Hey, this is the World Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is a problem that, of course, a lot of people are noticing more and more nowadays. And it's just about impossible to get away from it because you hear about it all the time nowadays, which is, of course, something that's becoming more and more common. Is is what we refer to as streamers, which are people who go around recording situations and looking at a situation and recording it while of course it's happening live. And they've been caught numerous times doing all sorts of weird things, and they've been doing this over and over and over again. And it just reached a point now where everyone in the world is talking about it because everyone has just reached a point where everyone's just getting annoyed of it. Okay, so what I want to talk about right now, um, relating that particular issue to problem with streamers who just do stupid, who just go and stream things and do stupid things and blah 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 blah. You already know the rest of it. Is just my opinion on them and even a solution on how to deal with them. So let's get started. So when it comes to streamers, what are my opinion about them? My simple answer to streamers is just an example, a classic example of people ruining things as usual. Because when people in life you tend to open up things to too many people, you always create a situation where you're just gonna attract people who are just gonna ruin things, as you see all the time, especially in the modern world. Okay, you start something as original as this and that, and now obviously over time it's not like that anymore, and it sucks. Okay, so that's exactly what I have to say about the situation, and this is just another example of that precise situation, in all honesty, of the world ruining of like people as usual finding a way to ruin everything, particularly Generation Z, as we've all become familiar with. Okay, the generation that ruins everything, and they consistently keep on proving, yeah, we kind of actually do ruin things, in all honesty, you know. And it's just an example of that, though, because it just as usual they have to figure out a way, how can we screw things up and ruin things as they usually do. Because the thing about streaming is that it's such a good thing to do, at least cool idea, in other words. Like, you can go places, you can just record things while it's happening. Sometimes random things happen in life, or just things happen, like you might see a celebrity or this and that, and you just happen to be there in the nick of time when it's happening. But as usual, people do this stuff. And of course, as time goes on, you attract people who just want to cause problems and do all sorts of goofiness and just continue to screw things up as they usually tend to do. For this new generation, and everything just kind of falls apart and it just starts to suck and this and that. And streamers really are annoying. At least the ones who are the big ones, they just do stupid things like that Johnny Somali guy who went to Japan and was harassing Japanese people and all that stuff. It just makes things look bad, and it just, well, another example of how technology really does kind of ruin everything, which I don't think it necessarily does, but it has consistently kind of proven, yeah, it kind of sucks because, of course, as usual, people don't do a good job, and since people don't do a good job, you know, people have a way, people don't do a good job and kind of filtering things out for these websites. It just gets worse, and people just continue to fuck things up even more than they did before. So that's what my opinion is on it. It's such a good idea, but people have to screw it up. Now let's get to starting talking about the solution. So when it comes to streaming, what is the best way to kind of end this toxic streaming culture? Well, when it comes to ending this toxic streaming culture, in all honesty, my simple answer to that question, I would definitely say, is that when it comes to that particular answer, is that we simply have to use what we refer to as a way that has been proven time and time again throughout history to work, is ignoring those topics. Because this is the problem with YouTube nowadays, is that everyone just wants to talk about controversy, 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 controversy. And when you keep on talking about topics like that, it just gives those people more notoriety. But when you just kind of ignore them and don't pay attention to them, it eventually gets better and better and better and better and better, you know? And that's exactly what I'm trying to say here. Like, you clearly have to figure out ways to, of course, well, kind of just ignore them. Don't follow them. Don't follow these streamers. Even if you have a YouTuber you like, oh, he's a good streamer, or this and that, but he also does goofy things from time to time, then ignore him. It's not like these streams are even that great anyway. They usually last like 3 to more hours. Well, I just want to watch someone just walking around a place for like 3 hours doing all sorts of things, random things, to be more specific. Like, why the hell you want to watch that? That's what I'm trying to say, though. And that's why I don't like streaming, and I don't really like it. I don't like thinking about it, in all honesty. Um, and it's just something. I just think the best solution is to ignore it, and through ignoring it, you will be surprised at how quickly it things tend to usually these people tend to do it, because they're only doing it because they know people are watching. If people don't watch, then there's no need for them to do it. And that's exactly what I'm trying to get across here. If no one's watching, there's no point. So anyway, that's my solution to problem. I don't know if it'll work, but if anything, what I can definitely say from this situation is that if there's one thing to definitely say for certain, is that streaming sucks. It sucks, and it sucks, and hopefully there is a solution to this problem in the future. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video and videos like this, remember to thumbs this video up and hit the subscribe button. And that's all I have to say. Simply put it, later.